can be heartless, regardless of my conscience. Be honest, you want this. I can be heartless, regardless of my conscience.
WEFM, the new fresh sound. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
It is now 7:15 here in St. Vincent and the Sahara Dust. Good morning. My name is Ari, and with me this morning is Christal, and we're activating mornings. Good morning to everyone on their way to work, school, just starting the day. Good morning to everyone wearing masks, fighting the dust this morning. Good morning to everyone with their brooms, with their, their dusters. Good morning to those in the diaspora. Good morning to Anne and Joshua, always locked in here already. And most importantly, good morning to you, Christal.
Good morning, Ari. Good morning to the listeners at home in the region and further afield internationally. Welcome to Activated Mornings. It's another week. It's the 6th day of May 2024. It's the first Monday in May.
It is.
It is. So welcome. Good morning to Dr. Thompson. I lost track there. I lost my chain of thought there. Anyways, the WhatsApp number is 457-9997 to get interactive with us. And the number to call is also 457-9997. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at WEFM 99 SVG. Just to let you know that from 8:05 this morning, we're going to be joined by the leader of the opposition party, the New Democratic Party, Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday. Is it Godwin L. Friday or L. Godwin Friday?
I think it's Godwin L.
No. We'll ask him when he comes in.
He's the best person to tell us.
Yeah. Sometimes you hear, it's mostly, Dr. Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you hear people mention the Lorraine in between there. So he'll be sitting with us for about an hour this morning. And of course, Reliza will join us again from around that time. The weekend is over. And Sahara Dust, as Ari mentioned, is here. Sahara Dust is more prevalent than money.
They're part of us now. As I said, it's St. Vincent and the Sahara Dust.
Oh, it's Vincent the Grenadines and the Sahara Dust. And he's experiencing it too.
You could see the Grenadines. It's like they have become the Grenadines.
Yesterday I was like, why are they looking so rainy? I'm like, it's not raining. And then when I checked this morning, it's like, by now we should automatically know, Sahara Dust. It's pretty intense though. It's pretty intense. Fact that you can't see the Grenadines. My goodness me. Anyways, big ups to all the people who joined us very early. What a weekend it was. You know what's funny? Is when there's nothing negative happening over the weekend on Monday morning, I'm like, this weekend was very uneventful. It's not funny, but it's that's sad funny. That's sad funny. But quite a number of things occurred, made news over the weekend. Some of them were like posts on social media. For example, the story about this woman losing her 60-year-old baby at MCMH, and another one about allegedly accusing workers at the Kingstown Town Board for confiscating an elderly woman's basket of goods in Kingstown. Outside of that, we saw news that a 24-year-old man was sentenced to 8 years for, y'all could guess, 24-year-old man sentenced to 8 years. Pick up on my tone of voice. What is the crime?
Burglary?
No, I wouldn't be like that for for having sex with a girl who was 10 years old at the time, and this is said to have occurred 5 years ago. Here we go again. Anyways, I don't even feel like going down into the psychological, physical effects on this poor child compared to what the male would go through being behind bars for 8 years. It's incomparable. Anyways, that's that. Do you have anything to add to that?
Who won last night?
Oh yes. Vincent, hello.
Vincent won last night. Ooh.
Why are you so
Hey.
surprised?
Hey.
So yesterday concluded the international friendlies between Dominica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, aka Vincy Heat, held and organized by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Football Federation at Victoria Park. The first match was on Thursday. They lost that one to Dominica, and yesterday and Sunday, whatever they did, they went back to the drawing board. They take a sleep and wake and sleep and wake, and they came out on top yesterday. So congratulations. I heard some commentators saying that they have a lot of work to do. So I'm not football. I don't know the nitty-gritties. All I know is 11 people could play.
I don't know. I'm not a big football person as well. I was aware that they lost the first match, but I wasn't able to keep track on who was the victor last night. And what you know the score?
I think it's 2-1. I didn't check it. I was just told that.
Okay. But persons who are interested in attending those matches, persons were definitely interested to see. Although they were friendlies, persons were definitely interested to see Vincy Heat in actions. And there's a number of new young players, and they've been performing exemplary well. Despite the first losses happen in life, but here they are balancing it out.
We kind of it's skewed to the winning end,
right?
Yeah, understand.
But
go ahead.
You're just saying, big up Vincy Heat this morning.
Where you find that?
You don't worry about me. I'm a secret effects.
Yeah. So the end score was 2-0.
All right. So congrats to Vincy Heat this morning. Now, I had an experience Friday that I'd like to talk about briefly because it deeply annoyed me, right? And you know, it's funny. It happened right after we were talking about customer service and sometimes the way people talk to people and all these things. And I just wanna ask a question, right? And I'm gonna paint a scenario, a very realistic scenario.
So you're gonna tell us a story.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
You're not gonna paint a scenario. You're gonna tell us a story.
I'm gonna tell you a story. But I want to paint a scenario. So there are two types of police officers in my experience in life as a citizen of the beautiful St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There's the police officers that they assist you, they educate you, and they treat you with respect and dignity. I remember one time, last month I think it was, I crossed over on a block line and police officer pulled up to me and he's like, good afternoon, sir. Do you know what you just did? Like, no, officer, I'm not sure what just. On a normal day, this would result in a ticket. I am telling you that you made a mistake and I'm giving you a warning. When you're crossing here, you do not go over the block line. The officer, my apologies. I did not realize that was the case. Sent me on my way. That's one officer. There's another officer. I didn't put my sticker up on my windshield as yet for my license. Because I wasn't sure, the way my tint is, I wasn't sure if with taking off the tint, if I will have problems getting the sticker off to put it back on. An officer noticed that, pulled me aside. He was like, well, sir, you know, it's illegal to be driving without your license visible. I explained the situation to her and she was like, well, you need to put it up. And unfortunately, you have to figure it out from there. I'm going to give you a warning so you can put it up and do have a good day. Then there was the officer on Friday at Peacemo who was on duty at 6:30 p.m. Sorry, 3:30 p.m. I am going down the line, and at that time, there's a line of traffic going into Kingston. I'm going into Kingston. I get to the crossing, right at, what is the name of the restaurant? Stoplight? So I saw a little space before the crossing, sorry. So I moved forward thinking that the traffic would go down. It so turns out that half of my vehicle ended up on the crossing. Police response. Hey, I sent you there. Starting to course. No, I'm somebody. I like the privacy of my vehicle. I do not take down my windows. I took down the window. I say, officer, I understand that you're frustrated. You're in the hot sun. I could see that you're sweating, but that's not the way that you speak to people. How I talk to you, what I should do is give you a ticket. Like, officer, again, I understand you're frustrated, but that is not how you speak to people. Like, you know what? Get off the crossing. All right. I reverse. Again, there's a line of traffic. Put the vehicle in park and I'm there waiting. When the traffic ease up, I take it out of park and coming down, but it's in park, so I have to drop the handbrake, take it out of park. Officer has to go, oh, you could never move. That's why you're so big and dotish. Police officer, full uniform, unprovoked. Friday afternoon, good Friday afternoon. Now, in a case like that, are the officers in scenario A or scenario B? Are they the officers that would in turn get the respect from the public and the assistance from the public when it is that something goes wrong?
That's crazy, though.
Imagine sitting there experiencing it. Because, you know, if I had answered her, it would have been a charge for something. Yes, it was a woman. It was a woman.
Well, I mean, when it boils down to it, it doesn't matter the gender, but still. Oh, wow, that's very disrespectful. Big and dotish.
Completely unprovoked.
This is a common thing for officers to.
Oh no, I was relaying the story to some friends of mine, and they were like, "Oh, I could tell you exactly who that is." She would boast bad words on people. She would curse out people.
So nobody has ever reported it.
You see, that's the problems with the public relations and complaints being
Have you tried? Have you tried?
Have I tried? No, this is my first running.
Well, I think you should. She called you big and dotish. That is, I think it's very offensive and abusive, and it's abusive of power.
Unprovoked.
I think you should report it.
Maybe I should just slip into the station right after the shift and make a report.
I think you should report it because the thing of it, right? There are some instances where everybody just sits back and be like, oh, she always does that or he always does it, but nobody single out goes and reports it. What do you expect them to do? And they will continue to do it. I'm like, that's really unprofessional. Hello. Anyways, Margaret doesn't know what traffic line. Report it. If y'all see anything like officers are acting out of character, report it. If it so ends up that the police don't do anything about it and this person or these people continue to act in a certain way, then you have all right.
You know what was my train of thought? Why I actually didn't react or anything? Because I remember those two previous officers from the traffic department.
Yeah, they're nice officers, man.
That treated me with respect, that gave me a chance because they did not have to usually in a lot of those cases, it's up to their own discretion.
Yeah.
And they did show me a lot of leniency. So I was thinking, you know what? I'll forget about it. But as the day went on and I thought about it, it was really unprovoked.
Like not even traffic warden, like a whole police officer. Anyways,
I think it was a traffic warden, because I did not see
a yellow.
Yes, it was a yellow. I didn't see a badge number because I was looking for a badge number.
No, that's somebody.
Oh, okay.
I think it's. I'll have to double check.
Okay.
Who?
Do you know what's the difference? Because I don't know what's the difference.
No, you're asking me. I cannot remember what the difference is, but I could find out and let you know. At one point in time, I knew and I was able to. Let me write it down to find out because.
You have a comment here on WhatsApp. Good morning to you. Police officers are human. They are not and have never been superheroes. They are good ones and bad ones. Like every other occupation, they are not special. Now, you know how I feel about that. They are trained to deal with situations differently. But you do realize that when I started the scenario, I did point out two exemplary officers who conducted themselves with respect, who followed protocol, and who granted me leniency. I did start the story with that. So I'm not saying that all of them bad. Because people usually say, well, are you always beating up on police? That's why I pointed out the two good police officers versus the one bad this morning.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, man. Anyways, y'all report them. So
the same thing goes for the traffic warden if I'm making the report.
I'm going to find out who, if it's the same entity. There's a difference between them. I just can't remember what the difference is at this time.
But it was distasteful and it feeds too. That is how people tend to interact with civilians or customers, and it is just holistically distasteful. And persons would complain, and we rarely see good. But I would say, and again, shout out to the hospitality department of the technical college out at Diamond. What is it? Diamond or Diamonds?
Diamond.
Shout out to them because they have been producing great hospitality workers. You could tell when you go to a restaurant who went through technical college, especially the last, I would say 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to that department.
For the most part.
So the time is 7:30 here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then we'll be back with our traffic talk this morning.
Keeping up with the